Welcome back to another episode of This Guy's Thoughts. Always appreciate swinging by the channel, taking the time to watch a video. So tonight, reviewing one that was sent to me in a package from Josh Ellis, our virtual drinking buddy over there. Check out his channel. This is a pumpkin beer. It's about just under 4 months old at the time of this recording. It was canned in September. This here, it says limited release. Seasonal pumpkin beer from Westo Beer. Never heard of Westo Beer. And Okoboji, Iowa. West Okoboji, Iowa. Never heard of that town. I don't even know if I said that name right. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I didn't. So this here is a pumpkin ale. It says Westo Punked Pie. It's a Belgian style double with cinnamon and other spices. So, sure I had the artwork rolling there. So, let's see here. 2-row malts, biscuit malts, Mount Hood hops, Belgian yeast, cinnamon, and other spices are the adjuncts to this beer. I'm assuming these seasonal pumpkin pie, pumpkin type of spices is what we'll have in this thing here. So I'm looking forward to this. I appreciate Josh sending it my way. A Belgian style double. It's been a while since I had a Belgian double. So basically this is probably gonna be a brown or a darker colored beer. I'm assuming a Belgian style double is probably a beer that they produce and they just kind of jacked it up with some cinnamon and other spices to create their pumpkin ale for 2021. So I'm gonna crack it open here. Also, there was no ABV on the can. I looked it over twice and I could not find it. But Untappd did have the ABV as 6.5% alcohol by volume. So I'm gonna get a pour on this thing here. We'll just use my pint glass here. And yeah, definitely a little bit of a darker colored beer. Looks like we're just getting a tan head in this thing. About a finger or so of just a kind of a silky tanned head, honestly. So I can tell you right now, I already smell pumpkin, okay? I can already smell it here. So it doesn't look like the head is gonna last too awful long. But just holding it up there, definitely a brown color to it. It doesn't even really have an amber tint. It's just kind of a hazy brownness to it. That head was just an off-white to a light tan, more of a light tan is what it was. Oh yeah, get a nice maltiness to it. Just it's really got a nice pumpkin flavor to it. It doesn't actually smell like a generic candied pumpkin either. It actually smells like a fairly nice pumpkin aroma. Now I get cinnamon, I get nutmeg, the typical seasoning, typical seasonal spices. It does seem like it's got a nice pumpkin, cinnamony, nutmegginess to it. It kind of does smell like when you let's say those really thick, dark pumpkin pies, eating them. It kind of got that type of aroma to it, which kind of lends towards kind of a sweetness to it, because I associate with that pumpkin pie a little bit of sweetness to it. So anyhow, I'm gonna stop rambling and get a drink on this. Okay, that caught me by surprise. All right, so lighter body mouthfeel, maybe approaching medium, but it's very kind of a crispy, wet mouthfeel. Nothing thick, nothing crazy like that, nothing real light. So this has that taste, that pumpkin taste of Mm. So my daughter was making like a pumpkin cake. Actually, she was making a cake for our dog's birthday's coming up. She makes these like dog cakes, right? But it uses real pumpkin. She bought that canned pumpkin and opened it up. And there's a little bit of it left over there on the counter, and I kind of tasted it. It's got just that really raw pumpkin, and that's what this reminds me of. Like a canned pumpkin. You open up the canned pumpkin filling, and without cooking it or anything, you just kind of finger in there and taste it off the end of the finger. That's the type of pumpkin that this reminds me of. Very much a real, raw, uncooked pumpkin. I do get the cinnamon and nutmeg, but the pumpkin is really strong in this here, that raw pumpkin. So it kind of dials down the cinnamons and the nutmegs, the seasonal spices that are in here. But yeah, definitely different. Definitely different. It's got a very earthy maltiness to it. And it could be those Mount Hood hops kind of coming through and playing with that a little bit as well. As far as scoring this, it's not bad. I'm glad Josh sent it to me. I'm glad I got to try something from out that direction. I'm probably good with about a 3.65 out of 5 on this here. It's not bad. It's definitely worth picking up, especially if you like more of that like really raw pumpkin type of flavor. This is what I pick up in this here. So anyhow, thanks Josh for sending it. If you're new to this channel, think about becoming a subscriber if you are one. Like always, I appreciate your support.